As promised, we're moving on to auto rifles. These are certainly more complicated than hand cannons. After their dominant phase in beta and original Destiny, they have never really been the same. The few autos that are used are all the fastest rate of fire archetype, which I will be referring to as bullet hoses for the remainder of this video. Bullet hoses have one thing that sets them apart from other auto rifles, and that is their body shot damage is not very different from their headshot damage. The damage you get from a body shot within optimal range is 12, while a headshot only uses 15. That, in my opinion, is the point of an auto rifle, or the base point. It represents the point. It should be an easy-to-use, smooth weapon that doesn't necessarily require headshots to compete with other weapons that match its range profile, aka hand cannons and high rate of fire pulse rifles. Now, I'm not saying that autos should be able to outgun a hand cannon user who hits his headshots with all body shots. What I'm saying is that the kill time should be close within reason, so that if a hand cannon user should miss a headshot or miss entirely, the auto can easily overtake as long as he's hitting his shots. Essentially, if an auto rifle hits all its headshots, and a hand cannon like AS Luna hits their 2 headshots and 1 body, according to the changes I made to hand cannons in the previous video, assuming they started shooting at the exact same time, the auto should win out, because hitting every single shot to the head with an auto rifle is extremely difficult. However, even if the auto rifle misses a few headshots, as is common, the kill time should be somewhat comparable to the optimal hand cannon kill time, and should easily kill a hand cannon user if that hand cannon only manages to hit 1 headshot, making it fall to a 4-shot kill, assuming the AS Luna archetype. Does that sound difficult? That's because it is, and I'll tell you the truth, I never realized just how hard it would be to get these numbers perfect until I was halfway through this paragraph of my script, staring at the auto rifle page of the spreadsheet, wondering how the hell am I going to do that. Long story short, I'm sorry for getting upset about those seemingly worthless 1 and 2% damage buffs to select auto rifles, Bungie. I had no idea what you were dealing with. So now, beginning with mid rate of fire auto rifles, their optimal kill time sits at 0.9 seconds, with a straight 10 headshots, all at 20 damage a pop within optimal range on the spreadsheet. So a weapon that you have to hit all 10 consecutive headshots usually it has harder recoil to manage than a hand cannon, still has a 0.03 all the way up to an entire tenth of a second disadvantage against hand cannons. And that is assuming you can't simply equip a higher armor stat to potentially survive and require at least another body shot at 16 damage to kill, bumping the kill time up to nearly a full second. In my opinion, the optimal shots to kill for this archetype should be reduced to 8 straight headshots, coming in at a 0.72 second kill time, which is quite low, but that is where 2 mechanics should come into play to balance the auto rifle against its hand cannon and pulse rifle counterparts. Range falloff should be a hyperactive part of auto rifles, as it already is, and range falloff should work directly in tandem with armor stats at least some of the time. The body shots to kill should also be brought down to 11, putting it at around 1.02 second kill time with all body shots, making it only slightly worse than the lowest rate of fire hand cannon archetype's optimal kill time, which sounds crazy until you remember damage falloff. In this auto rifle's optimal range, a chain of headshots melts any other competitor. However, if you miss a few headshots, as auto rifles so often do, or you are outside the optimal range, your kill time steadily suffers, giving a hand cannon a potential edge, especially at close to medium range where rifle barrel hand cannons excel. Once again, I am aware that these changes may not work as planned. This balancing strategy applied to all auto archetypes leaves the possibility open for auto rifles to become too dominant again, especially over the low rate of fire hand cannons that have been so neglected in Destiny PvP thus far. But I'd like to remind you that those hand cannons have a massive range advantage over auto rifles, and that if autos were to become too dominant, my response would simply be to raise their shots to kill by 1 bullet each, 9 headshots and 12 body shots, and see how that works out. I am also aware that I am heavily relying on an amount of shots to kill based balancing strategy and not giving actual calculated damage numbers, which could have unforeseen downsides and inaccuracies. Hell, half of the stuff I suggest may not even be possible, but as I said, I'm not a game developer, I'm just a guy who wants to see Destiny balanced well, and this is my best effort at expressing exactly what I would try to do if I were in the game developer's shoes. Now to finish off autos, I'll go over the numbers of the lowest rate of fire archetypes without the heavy explanation of the main paragraph on mid-rate of fire ones. Currently, these autos have an optimal kill time of 0.93 seconds, with 7 headshots at 26 damage each, and 1 body shot to top it off. They have a base body shot kill time at 1.2 seconds, with 10 bullets at 21 damage each. I think that the optimal kill time should be reduced to an even 7 headshots to kill, so around 29 damage per headshot, making that kill time about 0.81 seconds. You might be thinking two things. 1. That's not even close to the 0.72 second kill time you suggested for the mid-archetype autos, and it's only 1 less headshot to kill than those autos as well. And 2. That kill time isn't much better than hand cannons like AS Luna or Palindrome, and by your own admission, it's hard to hit headshots with autos, and range drop-off would hurt this archetype even more, making this not much of a buff. I agree, which is why I said in the previous mid-archetype changes that they might be too much, and might have to be changed by the extra shot to kill for each kill time. Also, I propose that in order to give an extra incentive to use these lower rate of fire auto rifles, they get the same thing the lowest rate of fire hand cannons get, a significant range advantage. Also, the body shots to kill should be reduced down to 9 from 10, making it once again just barely over a 1 second kill time in order for the gradual overtake of a hand cannon kill time based on the number of headshots hit or general shots missed, as well as range. Just a middle restatement, all these changes are designed to increase primary gunfight fairness in Destiny between types of weapons that fit into certain range categories, and I'll remind you again that what sounds good to me when I say it out loud may not even work at all. Still, I thank all of you for listening, and hopefully you can give me feedback in the comments section. The next video will be on scout rifles and pulse rifles. This will probably be a much shorter video than my hand cannon video. That's okay. And the next video will be a little bit shorter as well, because honestly, I don't really have much to say about pulse rifles and scout rifles. Honestly, pulse rifles are about where they should be in the game right now. There are just a couple archetypes that should be, shown some love, and maybe a few small changes to those two weapon types. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, like I said, and yeah, see you in my next one.